Legendary Fighters 5. Dawn of a New Age. Siegfried Synagen arises. The doors to the upper chamber on the top floor of Utopia's castle opened to a bright light. There, a familiar figure, a legend in his own right, could be seen in the center floor, foyer of the throne room. Mark Uby was stunned. He couldn't believe his eyes. A ghost from the past had returned. Siegfried Synagen! He cried. Samaritan was shocked. The same Siegfried Synagen that was the legend of the great past evil of the previous universe? How could this be? Why? Why weren't you not with Magontes and the great evils? Then Siegfried laughed and said, Well, you see, it is because I had given up all that evil and embraced the light of righteousness. The same evil that made the Prince of Darkness strong, that broke your arm. And then Claire was like, you bastard. And then Samaritan, draw back. And Siegfried began to explain himself, saying that he was the author of this plan to kill Samaritan, to end the Sumatran bloodline. That was the office of chaos that the universe longed to see end. And that he and he alone was the author of order and reason and the answer to peace in the universe, and not Samaritan or the Sumatrans. Siegfried then encouraged Mark Uby to change sides and abandon his loyalties, as the Uby were cousins of the Lafleurs, and Siegfried Synagen was one of the last loyal allies of the late Lafleur Empire. Mark Uby refused, and instead got all his remaining androids together and vowed to fight to the bitter end. Siegfried then pitied Mark Uby, seeing that he was a fool, blinded by the past, and hoped by reason at the end of this battle he will see reason. Then Samaritan exclaimed himself. He vowed that he will destroy Siegfried Synagen and all his allies, and rule the universe as he saw fit. Siegfried concurred with him, and decided now was the time to end him for good. So Samaritan told Claire and Mark to get their weapons ready and prepare for war. Seeing this, Siegfried was stunned. How have you lot fighting me with your weapons drawn, and I myself have no weapon? Or do I? Oh, do I? And then he reached out his arm like this, and Siegfried Synagen took out a sword of a magnificent power, brown in style, fused with titanium metals, alloy, iron, wood, and all the elements that one can think of in the cosmos. Mark Uby was stunned. What the hell is that weapon? Claire was stunned. She had never before saw such a sword. Then Siegfried Synagen answered their curiosity and said, This is the sword of Utopia, the fused embodiment of my own previous weapon, and the remnants of the emblem of Lafleur. This is the answer to the Sumatran question. With this sword I will slay and end the bloodline here. It is only fitting that you die gracefully into a new power, which usher in a new age of peace and reason in the universe. So the battle was on. Siegfried Synagen faced the might of Sumatra all by himself. He was fused with the power of the sword of Utopia on planet Utopia, the rage of essence of the strength of the Lafleurs, and all the elements of the universe fused in one sword. And since this was his first battle in over an eon, he was more powerful than them. seeing that they have made it floor to floor, fighting all the way through, since the tournament onwards to this very point. Siegfried Synagen had the upper hand. He used his various moves of sword style and play, lightning bolts, jump, slam downs, and other things, drawing them closer and slashing them with his sword. It was so much power, but Mark UB was the first to give in, and he was defeated. All you could do is watch helplessly on the sidelines as Claire and Samaritan Synagen duked it out with Siegfried Synagen. Siegfried Synagen, in order to end it quickly, went to form his special move. Well, in a sort of regal style mentality, he walked slowly with all authority of a true emperor, wheeled his sword up, began to do magnificent slashes that extended his sword, that of a giant sword, in fact of 50 feet, and slashed it onto Claire. And then, with a great yell, he screamed, This is your end! This is Excalibur! And then a giant slash with his sword, with all the force and might of the elements of the universe, slashed on top of Claire, destroying her instantly. She cried out and screamed for her father, but Samaritan stood there helpless as his daughter was incinerated within the slash. Seeing this, Samaritan was full of rage. His glow began to glow with red with envy. His eyes glittered and flared up like flames, determined to destroy Siegfried Synagen, this castle, and all those that supported him. Siegfried Synagen then commented and said, See, this is why all of those outside with me have done what they've done here today. This is what the universe fears, you Samaritan. This is why your rule can never be why my rule is imminent. And so the power continued. Samaritan was strong, and him and Siegfried Synagen were equal in power. But this week, Siegfried Synagen, after using his special ability, was starting to lose power a little bit, and Samaritan was getting more and more angry by the second. After witnessing this, and using all his powers and techniques and his special attack on Samaritan again, Siegfried Synagen realized that he had to do one more move, the call for heaven. So it was declared, Now I call upon you. Heavens, hear me. Answer my call, and punish this sinner Samaritan, and end the demonic Samaritan Empire and bloodline clean from this universe. And then suddenly the heavens burst open, and a giant fist appeared from the heavens, the same fist used by Siegfried Synagen to destroy the Eye of Ptelecon during his first rise during a single planet. The power of the fist was strong. Samaritan used one of his fists to block it. Seeing that was impossible, he used both of his fists, and he made a stance. Seeing that he was weakening and being pushed back to the floor, he just cried out and yelled, Father, Mother, John, Claire, Mark Uwe, Uwe, I'm sorry. I failed you all. And with that, his arms gave way. The fist made impact and obliterated Samaritan right there and then. At long last, the age of the Synagen was finally over, and Siegfried Synagen had triumphed at long last. To see all this, Mark UB was struggling to get up. Siegfried Synagen called to him and said, Now, would you come and join me? Or would you run away in obscurity? Mark UB, only thing he could think of was fleeing, and so he ran and fled. Siegfried Synagen only looked down in disappointment at Mark UB's decision, and then he turned back around to his throne room and said, I have no time for him. I have an empire to rule. And so, here ends the saga. 5 installments of the legendary fighters, from the age of LaFleur all the way to the end of the Sun Merchants and the dawn of a new age of Siegfried Synagen. What next lies ahead for the universe? Find out in the next installment and the next series to come. Heroes and Legends Reborn.